guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a questions and answers video. I did ask you guys on Instagram to ask me a couple questions and you guys did, so I am going to be answering those questions. So I am going to be kind of looking down a couple of times. This is because I am referring to my phone so I can read the questions off and answer them correctly. So the first question is your name actually Lulu? So my name is actually not Lulu, it's actually Jacqueline. The third question is, how often do you plan to upload? So I am actually planning to upload as much as I can, obviously, but I do only have the weekends to film and upload. So I haven't mentioned on my channel yet, but I am a full-time student, I am working, and I am a wife. So obviously I'm going to cater towards those things, but this is kind of like my last priority because, you know, my husband, my job, and my schooling is obviously more important.
Also, I'm all about quality over quantity. The day before I filmed this, I actually filmed the entire day and I was just not filming the video. So this just goes to show that maybe one week I may not be filming because I just want to give my 100% to every video that I post and not just put out videos because I have to.
What do you plan on doing with your channel? So I plan on doing so much, you guys. I know it seems as though my channel is like a beauty channel, but that is actually not the case. That just happened to be the first video that I wanted to upload, but you guys are going to be so surprised at the content that I am going to be putting out because it is going to be very different. I have so many ideas for my channel, but I'm just telling you guys now, the videos that I'm going to be uploading, you're gonna be like, what? Like, I didn't expect her to be posting that. So that's just a heads up that you're going to be seeing different content than you expected. How old are you and your husband? So my husband and I are 21 years old. And then another question was how old were you guys when you guys got married? And we were 19 years old. Very crazy. And I'm thinking of doing a story time on that. So if you guys are interested on that, let me know. Did you finish school already? I am actually still in school. This is my last semester at university and I am finishing this May. So I'm very excited because I am ready to be out already. I've been in there for 4 years and I'm just ready to go into the field that I am most passionate about, which is agricultural business, which is another question that somebody asked, what was I studying? And I am studying agricultural business. Do you miss high school? No, I do not. I do not miss high school because I just feel like they watch over you so much. You have no freedom in high school and I don't know, I don't miss it. I love being in college. It's just so much better because you don't have somebody constantly over your shoulder watching every step that you do. So I just love being in college way more than high school. I don't miss high school at all. When do you and your husband plan on having kids? You guys, I got that so often. So many people wanted to know this question, but the short answer to this question is we don't know because, you know, I really want kids already. We both do, but it's just a matter of time of when it's going to happen. So whenever it happens, it happens. Would you consider ever moving away from your hometown? So let me put it this way. Me and my husband have considered moving away, but we didn't end up because let me answer this question, I guess in real terms. So I was offered an outstanding opportunity in a different state this January. So what? A month ago, actually. It was actually a month ago where I got offered this outstanding opportunity in the exact field that I am going into, the exact pay, the exact position that I would have even wanted to go into straight out of college. Like, it was the perfect opportunity, but it was out of state. They were going to have me fly out there and, you know, live over there. but you know, I just couldn't do it. I am very family oriented, and I was just like, I do not want to move over there. It was like, I'm telling you guys, it was like in the middle of the United States. But yes, I did not want to move over there. We were considering it because I was like, you know, this is really good money. We would be living the lifestyle that we would have wished for. And you know, I just couldn't do it because I would be living way far from my family. Danny would be moving far from his family. We wouldn't even have family in the place that we were going to just pick up and go. So we would be like totally alone. We would have to like pick up a new entire life, and we just couldn't get ourselves to do it. But yes, we did consider it, but no, we wouldn't do it. How do you say your dog's name, and how did you name her? So the way you say my dog's name is Hinata. And another question actually was, did you name your dog after the anime character Hinata? Which when we named her, we had no clue that there was actually an anime character out there named Hinata. We actually named her because she is a Japanese breed. She is a Shiba Inu. And so we wanted to keep her to her roots of the Japanese culture, I guess you can say. But yeah, we wanted to keep her with the Japanese names. So Hinata means sunflower facing towards the sun. And obviously I love sunflowers. So I'm going to name her something that revolves obviously around sunflowers. So that's where she got her name from. So another question that I got is, do you have a celebrity crush? If so, who is it? So my celebrity crush is Jason Statham. He is on Transporter, and he is also on Fast and Furious. I will put a picture like right here so you guys can know who I'm talking about, because I feel like every single time like somebody asks me that question, which I kind of get it often actually, when somebody asks me that question, they are always like, who is that? Like, I never even heard of that. But I feel like you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about once you guys see his picture. So I'm gonna insert it. What do you need to buy if you're just starting makeup? So I would say the things that you need to buy are like the basics, like foundation, maybe a mascara, a blush, a lipstick, things like that. And also do not shop at like Sephora if you're just starting makeup, because like that's kind of like a waste of money. Because at least when I was starting off, I would go straight on YouTube and I would search like, what do I need to start makeup, or like cheap drugstore makeup brands that are really good. I don't know, I would just type that into the search engine, and then I would just research a bunch of videos. But yeah, I do recommend to start with like a cheap drugstore makeup brand and then work your way up to like a Sephora, or like, I don't know, whatever the case is. But yes, always start off with like the cheaper sides so you can learn and then build your way up. Another question that I got is, what's your go-to makeup brand? So my go-to makeup brand is Morphe. Like mostly all of my products are Morphe products. Every time that I do my makeup, like my entire face makeup today is pretty much Morphe products, except like my foundation and my contour. But yes, that is my go-to makeup place. Okay, so the last and final question is, what is the craziest thing that has ever happened to you? So I saved this question for last because it is going to be the longer one, because it is going to be kind of like a little bit of story time. So the craziest thing that has ever happened to me, and I guess my husband too, so it was about a year ago, and it actually happened here at these apartments that we live at. We do live in Fresno, California, and as a lot of you guys know, Fresno is not the safest place to live. It is a little bit crazy, and we do live in a gated community, but I mean, if people are gonna want to get in, they're gonna get in. And it was about 1 or 2 a.m. I'm not sure, but it was about 1 or 2. We were asleep. It was a work night, and so I know that we were like dead asleep because we usually are in bed by like 9:30. So I know that we were asleep, and all I remember when I was asleep is just hearing pounding at our window, because we do have a window in our room. And I just remember hearing the knock, like the pounding on the door or the window. And I was thinking, like, is this my dream? Because nothing to this extent has ever happened to me. And so I was like, am I dreaming this maybe? Or like, am I like something going on in my dream? I don't know. And so like the pounding just kept on getting harder and harder. And I was like, okay, I am not dreaming, because this is actually happening in reality, right? And it just kept on going. And I was like, oh my God, like in Danny, he was snoozing away, asleep, dead asleep. And I was like, oh my God, and Danny's not waking up. And so I was like trying to get Danny's attention. I was like pushing him, kind of like rocking him and like trying to get him to wake up, and he was not waking up. And then the pounding just kept on going. And so I was like, Danny, wake up. Mind you, the window was cracked open. And at the time, I was not sure how many people were out there. I wasn't sure who was even out there. I wasn't sure. So I, just with precaution, I was trying to be as quiet as I could, because the window was open kind of, and he could hear. And so I was trying to get Danny up, and Danny, he was like, I was trying to wake him up, and he was just like, what? And I was like, oh my gosh, but he was saying it loud, and I was like, Danny, shh, because there's somebody at our door or our window. And he was just like, just out of it, obviously. And so finally he gets up, because he hit the window super hard, and he was like, what the heck is going on? And I was like, there is somebody at our window. But we were whispering because we didn't want to be loud or anything. And so we were both freaking out. I couldn't even call 911 because the window was cracked, and I didn't want him to hear, and I wasn't sure what he was capable of. And so right away I got on my family group chat, and I was like, somebody please call the cops. Me and Danny cannot call the cops right now. There's somebody at our window. And I'm gonna show the proof right here, because my mom, she just sent me the proof of like everything that I was like saying and things like that, all the messages, because it was in the family group chat and she still hasn't. So me and Danny were like fucking like scared, obviously. And I just remember it felt like forever, because my mom, I believe my sister and her boyfriend called the cops. All three of them called the cops, because they were all in different places. So all three of them called the cops. And I just remember it felt like forever until the cops got there. And the guy was going crazy, you guys. Like he was screaming. He was going to all of our neighbors and like pounding on their doors. He would go to our front door. He was kicking our door. He was hitting it. He was screaming and things like that. And we were looking through the peephole, because Danny had to hold the door because he was hitting it so hard. And he looked through the peephole, and the guy was butt naked from head to toe. Like he was just going crazy. He was on drugs, obviously, but he was going crazy. They finally, like after what felt like hours upon hours, they finally arrest the guy. And I'm telling you guys, it was just the crazy experience that I've ever been through in my entire life. Like I said, it was a work night, and when we did go out to our car in the morning, there was butt cheeks on our front of our car, because our car was kind of dusty. It was at like a time where it was like a bunch of wind and the dust was getting everywhere, and there was like butt cheeks just on the front of our car, dude.
Y'all, I don't know what he was doing on our car, but those are handprints, and those are the butt cheeks right there.
Nasty. It was just disgusting. It was the worst experience, the craziest experience that we've ever gone through. But yes, that is that story. So I just want to thank you guys so much for listening in on this Q&A. I had so much fun answering your guys' questions. But yes, please hit that subscribe button and notification button, because I am going to be uploading. And thank you guys. Have a great day.